Now that's also the shit where at that point, that's when you make a decision, and that's when the GoFundMe, like, say when I look at it, the end of the documentary, or to see, like, well, now he's currently serving a 6-year sentence, but to see that right before that, he started another sham.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
like, God
he
damn,
asked
bro.
the camera guy to come there and film him, and basically filming his... He didn't say partner in crime, but Ja Rule did earlier. But basically, that's the worst wording you can use for something like that. Ugh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I didn't hear anything about
Oh, that's another thing. We watched the Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know if Hulu is different, but like...
we gotta watch the Hulu.
But they didn't really... They were just like, Ja Rule and went on to name his company something else. And I was like, wait. See, weren't they... they were co-founders.
But it could be that situation... Billy McFarland just was like, all right, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Or Ja Rule was like, I ain't have nothing to do with that shit. I was just the funding. I was just the face of it, whatever. I don't know. That part, maybe we'll find out on the Hulu documentary, but...
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I think that's what I think it was. The app was to serve its purpose. The app is still around. The app is still doing what it's doing.
Okay.
As far as the Fire Festival is like, yo, I got an idea.
Okay.
This app, what you do, let's kick this thing off the right way.
I would play it this way anyway, even if it wasn't true, but I would say... He probably manipulated Ja Rule into, like, investing his face and his money the same way he manipulated all the other investors for, like, the $30 million that he got.
What I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I really believe it was the same game. Like,
but it wasn't. It was just kind of like...
It's just, like, if you come...
you're not going to give us any information about that?
But Ja Rule, I really think Ja Rule really... It was just... She got shammed like everybody else, but he was just like...
I want to know if he talked on the Hulu one. You said that you thought he did.
The Hulu one, and you know what? At the end of it, he was actually talking about it also. When they were in their post festival meeting, he was like, "Yo, we could bounce back from this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even worry about it." Because I really think he saw that it was a fucking great idea. It was just poorly executed.
Yeah.
It wasn't even poorly executed. It was just
derailed. It was derailed.
Right, and that's and. You wanted me to remind you about your notes.
Yes. So I was just waiting till the very, very end because we wanted to go in order. So at the end, the yoga guy was like, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him in something else, like, later on.
Sure.
What if he's behind the fucking documentary?
What documentary? Oh, No, I looked it up.
What if he's still behind it?
You really never know.
He called the guy on the phone
like right when he's interviewing.
Like, hey, man.
Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that part. Like, you want me to tell him something nice? And he's like, all right, have a good one, man. Like, oh, so you still? Like, oh, this is Billy Ray.
Like, you're talking about him and saying bad things, but it's like Trump. Trump was like that. Like, poor publicity is publicity. Like, everybody's like that. But, like, he's like, all right, well, if I'm going to be on the negative side of it, I'm just going to go full-blown negative. Let's just put everything out there in a documentary, because then people will search me again, because I wouldn't have known who the fuck he was without this documentary. Like,
I actually wouldn't have known who was really behind it. Like, you hear it, I saw it 2 years ago, but I didn't process it.
That's what I mean. He wasn't that big. He wasn't that big. He wouldn't have been this big without this.
I actually do think... it's like the Joker. Like, sometimes when shit is a little twisted, I still see the genius in it.
Like, he's a genius. He needs to have his ideas
some people use their genius...
Some people, someone else.
There you go. Some people don't use their genius for progress.
Good, right.
They use it for the quick cash grab, and that's all they know is that fucking... to be like a little troll.
I got you.
Right, exactly. Like, damn, if you just try to do...
You could have flourished.
Yeah, if you did the right thing, you could do... This is a great idea.
But it's like, that's like corporation and one person. Sure. Corporations have enough blame, and like protection. One person you can't be that greedy in one person, because it'll all come down on you. You get busted eventually.
There you go. And,
But what if he was behind it all? That's crazy. He calls the guy?
I think he had a good... I think that's what I was saying. I think he had a genius... even when he's like, for the second part, when you find out he's, well, no, what he was doing as Frank in the fucking, that like last minute cash grab that he still pulled in $1.5 million. Right, exactly. Thank you. That was fucking like, damn, bro. You just, yeah, like
let's explain it.
He took Billy McFarland after the Fire Festival was a total shit show, which we didn't even really go into.
In December of 2017, which the Fire Festival was in April of 2017. So in December of 2017, he starts emailing people on the mailing list.
Using the Fire Festival mailing list to email people like, hey, we can get you Coachella tickets. We can get you
on floor tickets.
Right. Backstage to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
A Taylor Swift meet and greet. We can get you all this. And he actually raked in, I think, $1.5 million or something like that in that ballpark. But now, see, that's why I wanted to.
But he showed it on video.
Right, but that's why I wanted to separate the two. That was like, damn, you're a real scammer. Like, you just don't quit, huh? You know what I'm saying? So with that, it was just like, damn, Billy. Now that I see why they gotta lock you up,
right,
Billy. Like,
right.
Nah, I can no longer feel sorry for you.
Now
Billy.
you weren't just an entrepreneur with a
genius
idea.
With a genius idea. Like, now you're just you're a scammer.
You did that shit on purpose,
right.
yeah. Like, you thought you would skate by, but...
To your point, he had them film it.
Yeah,
and that is no coincidence. Like, that is no, like, well, yeah, why did you do that?
No, like, he's probably behind the fucking documentary to begin with. And he probably was like, Netflix, you have to do this. I'm going to give you this deal. You can't, and then he goes to Hulu. Hey, Hulu, I'm going to give you this deal.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about that either. You're a genius. I really didn't think about that portion of it,
You've been sitting in jail for 2 years?
Yeah, you a genius. He just finessed. Well, I didn't. Yeah, you're right.
If he didn't, he's not as big of a genius as I thought he was.
Wow.
Because that would be the fucking genius thing to do.
You're crazy right now. You have no idea.
No, Dad, I thought that was the most, like, all right, the 5 documentaries coming out on Netflix. What Friday is that?
Yeah.
Bam! Hulu drops this shit the same week. Like, here, hold that.
5 days.
I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
2 documentaries on it? Oh, who got to be? If that don't have a Billy McFarland written on it, then nothing else does. I can't wait to watch the Hulu one. And then
he finessed everybody.
His post-jail interview.
He just hired a bunch of people to work under him to not let them know it was him at all. Right. Like, it was disconnected.
Like, he got the guy that showed up wearing the fire.
Yes. But he said his image is blown.
Millennial on the go country club, like digital country club. Because I thought that was a fucking great idea. I was like, wow, that's a genius idea. Like,
and
good
so
shit.
He's like, all right, well, I'm on the bad side. I'm just going to be on the bad side.
But he used it for a cash grab, and that's what makes him trash to me. Like, damn, bro.
No, that's ignorant. He's lazy.
Yeah,
he's a lazy genius where he wants to make the quick buck so then he can party. I
can't even call him lazy.
Obviously, just wants to party. He's lazy.
To me, a lazy man would have just had that. A lazy man would have done it right. You know what I mean?
No, because a lazy man does twice the work. You tell me that.
Right.
He's drinking and getting drunk during this whole thing. He doesn't want to work at all. He just wants to make a lot of money. He wants to manipulate people. I have this thing. It's going to be great. He's partying, falling asleep on the fucking beach. He's not planning. He didn't have a fucking budget. He didn't have a budget.
True.
No budget. Okay. Doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Like, until it was all, like, what process were we at where he was like, okay, this is your budget. $6 million for food and you only have $1 million? Like, what the fuck? How did you sell tickets to something you didn't have a budget for?
It came down to, that's also the main thing. He was selling shit that even if he didn't have a budget, he was selling shit that he didn't have.
Right, you don't even know how much it's going to cost.
You don't have a budget, and you're selling shit you don't have, and you're promising...
And you have no idea how much it costs.
Triple the price and you're giving artists double and triple the price to show up. It's like, bro, you're doing a lot. Like, there is no... Right, so that comes down to basic... That comes down to basic buying and selling. Like, that's basic business.
Who let it slide?
See, that's where that's when the scammer part of it. Like, when you start
he
taking
kept
money from
everybody
here and,
separate. That's why he kept everybody separate.
That's the party. That's the fire Bernie Madoff. Like, we just keep fucking mixing and matching money and keep doing bullshit. But yeah, I don't know.
He deserved jail.
I feel like
he definitely probably got us with the documentaries. Like,
Sure.
especially since Hulu and Netflix, same week, 5 days apart. Like,
We'll get back to it. I'm sure there'll be more. It's not over.
Oh, no.
Like, nothing's ever over. Like that's when I tried to get to this 2 years ago, and here we are like now. So nothing's ever over on the internet. It's a matter of just
Sure.
holding on for the
When it comes back
fucking ride,
around.
right? When it comes back around,
just grab on.
I like to point out about how right I was.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's it. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I wonder when people watch this podcast. I always
I don't
wonder
know.
that. I'm like,
Like in bed or not in the car. That's dangerous.
but you can listen in the car and just.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I don't
true.
care about watching on YouTube.
Like,
Like I just
do
wonder
you watch
when,
us,
like,
on
at
TV?
midnight, do you work overnights?
Yeah.
Are you a college kid?
Are
Should
you working
be
in
studying
retail
right
and
now?
nobody's there? Like, remember we were walking in the mall and everybody was up. Maybe they were watching our YouTube channel.
Like, if they were smart,
Right. Well,
but
it's only about 5 smart people now so far.
give yourself a round of applause. Beautiful people. That's it. Ciao for now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You know what the fuck to do.
See you next time.
Have a day you deserve.